you are well.
I've just had a thought. I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. We must needs uncover this secret power that allows for the command of pawns. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
With the aid of Sir Kendrick and his helper in locating certain documents, I believe I finally grasped the true nature of this place. 'Twas a royal library that was sealed off by a sovereign of some generations past. In a bid to pass the throne on to his own descendants, this sovereign attempted to consign our kingdom. Alas, 'twould seem that, no matter the age, the avarice of those in power is all. Yet 'tis clear it serves them not. Almost laughably so. The sovereign's lie. What can we learn from this? Those who make...
We shall have to crane our necks to spot our foes in a place like this.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I'll gather these now. It would be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.
Much to hope for the hope.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Naught can threaten us if we watch each other's backs.
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people, looking for information. If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as I should know. I was among their
This is generally used as a material.
Sir, ought you not be in... Ah, forgive me. 'Tis a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Eleanor. I have the privilege of serving as abbess here. I regret that I cannot offer you a cup of tea, but I'm in the middle of making my... Not to mention, I have to find the means to procure... Oh. You wouldn't happen to know someone willing to brave the roads, would you? You would procure it yourself. In that case, might I trouble? The slums are a bane to the body's humors, and it's we do what we can with what little we have. Your aid is most appreciated.
Tell is, miasmite can be harvested from phantoms, monsters that wander the world at night.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Yes, sir. Ah, forgive me. If that's not the case, you will have to excuse...
You would gather materials here, Master? Can we really afford to carry more?
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of the good stuff. Keep those orders coming. This fearsome world...
There's no telling what will happen if I linger here.
Loyalty's just another way to save your own skin.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
What should I do?
Greetings.
In it now. No sense getting cold feet.
It's you again. What are you doing now?
It's past time I attended to the day's work. Pray, take this.
Seems we understand each other, you and I. Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. How kind of you.
I thought you might like this, so I picked it up.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to... Always a pleasure. Welcome.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
What should I do?
Isn't there anything to do
to deserve this?
I don't mind a bit of dating. I spare none from walking about town. I end up feeling weary. Sets my thoughts down dark paths this place. I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
It is no more or less than what one might have expected.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
It's been a hard day.
Here. I'll best move along.
Suppose that's enough for one day.
I get the sense I oughtn't be here. What should I do? I don't know what to do.
Another day of work away. Right, door's locked. That should do it.
Shall we get some rest then? I fought many battles on my journey, but the thrill of felling a colossal foe goes unmatched.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Figured I had to thank you somehow.
Shame in letting down your hair now and then.
Maybe I'll get out here.
What else needs doing?
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to.
Oh,
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Ah, excellent find.
Rowdy. No, might as well take a look while you're here.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun. 'Tis my duty to hear the people's concern.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Ox carts make for relatively...
doesn't fill up like it used to. Might head to market. I've need of a few things.
Where was I headed?
This place is lovely. I might stay one.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
I'd rather just stay out of everybody's way.
I don't know what to do.
You'll have to excuse me. I have a job to attend to.
Yes, sir. Have you procured what I asked? Splendid. You've my gratitude. Unfortunately, I can give you little more than that. Forgive me, but I must return to my rounds directly. Ah, but in place of a reward, mayhap I could give you a tour of the premises. Only if you've the time and inclination, of course. What say you? Would you care to accompany me? As servants of the gracious hand, we provide whatever treatment we can to those unfortunate who are stricken by maladies. Yet, at times, 'tis not enough. Perhaps you will recall the parents who were here when you first arrived. An unfortunate pair. They've suffered no few hardships in the slums, and now even their poor son Lubomir has fallen ill. By chance, he was examined by a roaming man claiming to be a doctor. Yet, the family had not the money for the medicine he required. So, he was put into our care.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Here he is. This young man is Lubomir. We've been administering the medicine recommended by the doctor who examined him, but he has yet to show any sign of recovery. To be perfectly honest, I doubt the soundness of that so-called doctor's judgment. After all, there is no shortage of ne'er-do-wells out there, willing to claim their medicine the only cure, that they might inflate its price. But I suppose I ought not say such things so openly. At any rate, I'd best continue on my rounds. Pray, stay as long as you wish. Come, come. We've medicine to prepare. We've enough to make a fresh batch now, thanks to a kind donation.
Psst! You there! Help me! Listen, the sisters here are good to us, but I'm growing weaker day by day. It started with a slight fever, and now I can scarce lift myself up. See that empty bed? An old man was lying in it till just a few days past. He told me he was feeling better, that he'd be well enough to leave anon. And now he's... Mayhap I'm just imagining things. I hope that's the case. And yet... something isn't right about this place. Pray, should you hear any queer rumors about the Gracious Hand, come to...
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide. It's not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within...
Good day, sir.
Nothing ever seems to happen round here.
Oh, someone help me. Jahan? Bruno, where have you gone? Oh.
Medicine? Medicine! 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 Now! Now! Now!
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Is there aught I can assist you with? Each of our patients deserves our full attention. Would that we...
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer and virtue.
I fear I've much to attend to. Might you be a friend of Lubomir's? He's seen better days, hasn't he? There has been talk of sending him down to the basement, should his condition fail to improve. That is, the basement sick room, where our most critical patients convalesce under the Abbess's care. None of the other sisters are permitted entry, including myself. Teles, she gives the patients a special medicine. I know not what kind. At times, which is to be expected. Those who come here suffer all manner of afflictions, you see. And yet, a part of me is afeared for them.
I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power.
So, the worst of us are taken to the basement. Mayhap that's the source of the queer voices I hear at night. And none save the Abbess can enter? If the gracious hand has a secret, 'tis the Abbess who keeps it, I reckon. You've done this much for me. Would you be willing to go further? I must find out what goes on down there. You've my thanks. I just can't stomach the thought of lying here not knowing. Of course, all the better should your search come to naught. But if you do find aught's amiss down in that basement, it must be the Abbess's doing. Should you find evidence fit to implicate her, will you help me see to it that justice is carried out? See, I've already reported my suspicions to the Sentinels, and we've arranged a signal. If you apprehend the Abbess, they'll know to come on a... So I beg you, sir, find the evidence you need.
To get to the bottom of what is happening at the Gracious Hand, we shall have to acquire evidence of any misdeeds.
You have my support.
How might we enter the basement sick room?
Splendid.
The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once.
Oh, someone help me. Jap.
I need...
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment.
I quite agree. We have aught we need to deliver, do we not? Let us find the intended recipient. We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
I knew it to be so.
We ask but a few coin for your entertainment.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being... Just be sure you play your part well. Whatever. The fellow Drake or two, and I reckon...
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But you see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker, till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there, and once I saw her, the abbess. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up. And he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had the look of a scoundrel about him. They were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place. Suppose 'tis only to be expected, given the state of those...
Oh, well met, sir.
This place offers a view of the... sea. I imagine we would not escape a plunge into the water's depths.
What should I do?
'Tis no easy thing, making a living as a soldier.
This ladder looks sturdy enough to climb.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Step lively. Journey by starlight shall make for a nice change of pace.
Feeling rested, I trust?
What?
Lord Phasus. 'Tis a name of great import. Of that I am certain.
I'm not sure what we're dealing with here.
Can't put a price on peace and quiet.
Another day.
It's nice to see everyone out and about.
I keep feeling eyes on the back of my head.
What a waste of time.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
I could use a bit of peace and quiet. Wish I
I'm in fine feather today.
I can't wait to
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail. I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then we'd best keep some coin on hand to ease our potential warders' suffering. And make them an ally to our cause.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
No shortage of easy marks.
Here you are, Master. I hope you like it. I found it myself.
What should I do? My head hurts just thinking about it.
What's the point? The morrow will be no different.
I don't like it here.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
Blessed be we servants of the... I shall gladly aid you if 'tis within my power. Let me alone. I'm not out here for fun, you know.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
A moment's prayer can do a world of good.
You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead? You're back. Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Radcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
You have my support.
Life can be tiring. My head hurts just thinking about it.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty. When does my watch end? I've cleared. Forgotten.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. If the way forward is shrouded to you, 'tis lovely to see you.
Idleness is a luxury. I might try my hand at a new trade. A stroll ought to clear my mind some.
Time's wearing on. I'd best be off.
There's got to be something fun to do.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
Wouldn't say no to a bit of excitement.
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
That's the wind blow my fur every which way.
Would that I could spend
Stomach's
all
complaining.
day here.
I'll have an early supper.
Could use a dash of salt.
I would fain aid you if you are in need.
You'll not find a hardier ox than this.
Bit bland. What can I throw in?
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
I'm not taking any passengers just now, sir.
I must earn the people's faith.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
One must take pride.
If you don't mind, sir, I've my duty to attend to.
Time to be heading home.
I'm about ready to fall asleep.
There
on
are
my
few
feet.
places
Off we
where I
trot.
can let down my guard.
I'm stuck till the passenger comes along.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself get distracted.
I shall brook no knave to ruin his merriment.
Time to be heading home.
I'm about ready to fall asleep on my feet.
I'll wager I could make that shot.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
Another day, another adventure.
Treat us to a roast tonight.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if not, there's no exaggeration. He said people killed before, more than a few, at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the jadeite orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel... Unless you were to find it for me.
The jadeite orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
There are quite a few beastrons are in Batal. Strange that, considering... Mayhap you've seen those headless statues on... Couldn't tell you whether any of that's true or not, mind.
Have you come from Vernworth? How are things there? The ancient battleground to the north is overrun with hordes of fell beasts, and so little are survived. In times past, 'twas safe enough a night, when the monsters sleep. But no, since a few days past, skeletons and phantoms have made... It could be that aught's befallen the cenotaph. I'd heard the spirits had calmed somewhat, since 'twas erected. Say, if I cannot dissuade you from traversing the ancient battleground, would you...
Head will roll if all goes awry.
Well met.
Looking to gain entry to Myrddin's Manor, are you? First, he'll sweep you a look from head to toe. Then he'll ask, that paunce, You'd think he'd know not to expect.
Interested in my wares?
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Wish I'd been born a nobleman, son.
Sleep.
Suppose I ought to earn my...
I've all I need right here. I'd kill for some decent sleep.
The morals are no different. Got to crack a few skulls if you want to be top dog.
Interested in my wares?
Naught to look forward to, but a long day of work. Finishes without incident. Can't afford any. Well, I'm dead.
Barely slept a wink.
Interested in my wares?
Welcome, sir. If you've... After all, 'tis folly to linger on a single vocation when there are so many exciting methods of combat do come again.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
What work needs doing? Do with it.
Why? Peruse at your leisure, sir.
Wonder if there's any easy work.
Well, hello. Oh, there's always demand for weapons, particularly near the border where quarrels occur. Every other day.
Always a pleasure.
Greetings. You are the Arisen, are you not? Tell me, in your comings and goings, he seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is an item of precious importance to myself, and in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? You will be rewarded handsomely.
It seems this Jadeite orb is in high demand. 2 people have asked us to find it now.